How did I climb up a wall? There's this thing called a wall run, where you run to the wall, you put your foot on the wall, and then you jump up and you reach and you grab the thing, and then I did that. Yes.
How many times did you get into something using someone else's card?
How many times did I get into something using someone else's card? Like 60 times, very often.
Do you play Fortnite?
I do not play Fortnite. I know. Yes.
How did you learn to do a flip?
How did I learn how to do a flip? So my mom registered me for a gymnastics class when I was little. And then I moved to the US and gymnastics was really expensive. So I watched all the YouTube videos on how to do a flip. And then for 2 years, I would go to this rec center 3 times after school. And I would just practice and practice and practice, practice, practice. And my friends would want to play and jump on the trampolines. And I was like, no, I need to practice backflips. And even now, I always prioritize learning new things. Yeah, Connor.
Thank you.
How long did it take to make Speechify?
It took about a week to make the first version of Speechify, and then I'm always improving it. Yes.
When you first created Speechify, did you think you were going to be the only one using it, or did you know that other people were?
I first made it just for me. It wasn't a product, it was a hack. And then 20 friends started to use it, and then 100 friends started to use it, and then 1,000 friends started to use it, and then I thought, you know what? Maybe I should make it easy for other people to use it, and then I turned it into a product. Yes.
Do you, like, to this day, do all your reading with Speechify? Or
Yes. Every single thing I read, I use Speechify, whether it's on my phone or my computer, everything. Yes.
What year did you create Speechify?
2017. Yes.
How many times a week do you use Speechify?
I use Speechify about 300 times every single day. Yes.
When you were a kid, did you ever have someone think that you did have a learning difference, or did think that you were
Yes. So for example, the most advanced class in my high school is this class called BC Calculus. And the teacher, even though I got accepted to the class, she learned I was dyslexic and then convinced my counselor to kick me out of the class because she thought I'd slow down the class, because she thought like dyslexia was a myth and like you didn't need accommodations, blah, blah, blah. And then I had to convince her to let me stay in the class. So learning differences are a new thing. Dyslexia is only one learning difference. There's also like ADD, auditory processing, all these different things. And what's important is understanding what learning difference you have, figuring out what the best way to learn is, and then educating your teachers and taking responsibility for your own accommodations. So Speechify is an example where like my school had their own accommodation system, but I was like, no, this is not good enough. I'm going to build my own. Yes. Yes, I still know how to speak Hebrew. Yes. 3. Yes.
Can you do a backflip right now?
I can, but I'm not going to. Yes.
Did you hear about Weitzman Israel?
I actually moved to the United States a month before I turned 13, so I had my bar mitzvah here, and none of my family was here except for my nuclear family, which was sad. Yes.
What age did you find out you were dyslexic?
When I was in 3rd grade, so about 9 or 10 years old. Yes.
Have you ever read the book The Name of the Wind?
The name of the wind about Kvoth. It's one of my favorite series of all time.
Yeah, I like it.
Yes, I love that book. You should check out A Way of Kings. It's like the most similar book to that. And then Red Rising, and then Reskin. Yes.
How old were you when you created Speechify?
I was 22 years old. Yes.
Have you read other?
But my brother built apps when he was like 13 years old. So you can do it even if you're 10 or 9. Yes.
Have you read any other Rick Riordan series?
Any other?
Rick Riordan series?
What's?
Other than Percy Jackson?
No, I did not read his other series. Yes.
How many other apps have you made?
Like iPhone apps, like 12. But my brother built 30 iPhone apps before he was 17. Yes.
How many apps? What was the how long did it take? What was the longest time it took you to make?
So there's this system called minimum viable product. You find really the most important thing in an app, and you build that. You don't do any fancy design, no fancy anything. So the first version of Speechify took about a week, and then I've been improving it ever since. So I've been working on it for the past 2 years, and that's what happened with every app. I built the fastest thing I can in like 2 days. I publish it, see how people use it, and then I test and improve. Yes. Am I a?
Are you an immigrant?
I am an immigrant, yes. Yes.
What software do you use to build an app?
To build an app, you use software called Xcode, which comes from Apple, and you use a programming language called Swift. Yes.
When you first made Speechify, do you think that so many people are going to use it?
Yes. my expectation was that 1 million people were going to use it within the first 3 months of me building it. And so it's been 2 years, and we don't have 1 million people yet. We have a couple of 100,000. And so I'm working every day to make sure that we don't have 1 million people using it, but 100 million people using it every single day. And that's my goal. Yes?
How many languages does Speechify read?
It reads almost every single language, so like 100.
Every.
Yeah, you can like scan text in Japanese and it'll read it to you, and it'll auto-translate it to English or Chinese if you want.
Wow.
Yeah, yes.
What device do you use to make your apps?
I use my MacBook. Yes.
I know you're the boss of
Speechify, yes. Yes, I'm the boss of Speechify. Yes.
What class did you take up round?
What class, sorry?
What class did you take up round?
What class did I take up round?
Yeah.
I took a lot of classes. So as an undergrad, you take 4 classes every semester, and there are 2 semesters each year, and you're there for 4 years. So you're going to take about 36 courses overall. I studied what's called renewable energy engineering, which is a major I made up. And so I took classes in everything: computer science, science, math, physics, English, politics, everything. Yes?
What other apps did you make?
I built an app called WeMap that I built for my girlfriend at the time. And it basically is a map where you put all your favorite date locations, and then I allowed other people to build stuff on top of that. So first people built it as Valentine's Day gifts, and then it became a search engine for date locations. I built another app called Starter Pack, which is kind of like a photo sharing app. Not exactly like Snapchat, but it lets you make photos, and so that did pretty well, and a bunch more. Yes?
Do those apps still exist?
They exist, but they don't work well because you often integrate what's called APIs, so code bases of other companies. And if they change their code base and I don't respond, the app stops working properly. So they don't work as well, but they're still in the App Store.
One question.
Yes.
Do you like sports?
I love sports.
What are your favorite sports teams?
So I love lifting weights and I love gymnastics, but I also play anything with a ball, so basketball, soccer, whatever. Or football. But for me, because I'm quite ADD, doing sports helps me be focused and put out a lot of my energy. So I will prefer to sleep like 6 or 7 hours a night instead of 8, as long as I can at least get an hour in of sports.
What are your favorite sports teams?
I don't follow sports teams. I love playing sports myself. I don't care about watching it on TV.
Can we take your picture over here?
Of course. I'm thinking of it. Oh. Perfect. See you guys.
Okay, Martha, come on in here. Martha, come
Yeah.
on. No, Martha, come on. She's got that. Come on, Martha, come in here.
Come join us. There we go.
Yeah.